Hello, everyone. And as you see, we're doing another tier list. I know I promised, like, I don't even know how long ago, like 2 months ago, that I'd make an attacker version. I never did because I'm lazy as hell. And then Crimson Heist came out, and stuff's changing. So I was like, "Fuck it, dude. Let's just redo it. Let's redo the Defender ones, and then I will for real do an attacker one this time. I promise. Mainly because Flores is here now. He's a new attacker, so we'll be doing that. But today is just Defenders. The reason today is just Defenders is because, dude, if I did if I did a whole video just Defenders and attackers, that shit would be an hour and a half long. You know what I mean? It's like what 52 operators to talk about. That's a lot. So we are just doing Defenders. We're going to go down the list left to right. So first one being Alibi. She's pretty weak. She's not good. She's not great. She's not bad. She's not terrible. She's not useless. I don't think any character in the game is useless, but she's pretty weak. She's just super like situational. It's very situational, but in the right hands, sometimes she can be good. A lot of the times, Alibi is just kind of like a character that you kind of just put decoys and stuff like that in front of like windows that people are gonna break, and it's kind of just like free pings sometimes. That's kind of what it is. Okay. Aruni. Either balanced or strong, I would say. In certain comps, Aruni's actually definitely strong. For sure, she's strong. Um, but I don't know. I feel like for the most part, she's balanced. But uh, I'm going to be ranking these ops like in the right hands, in the right situations. So I'm gonna say strong for now. Her guns are good, very good passive. Kind of even surprises me that she even has that passive. Still, kind of is crazy to me, but it's still really really good. Decent secondary too. Just pretty good team play overall. So yeah, and she has utility burn, which is cool. So Bandit balanced. I mean right now Bandit's kind of weak, I would say actually, because he's not really used on any sites. No one really banded tricks anymore. He's kind of fallen off. Before he was definitely strong a couple years ago, but he's just fallen off. His guns are definitely up there. MP7's a great defense gun. Good fire rate, pretty much no recoil. He has C4. He's super fast, so he can roam if he wants to. He has the MA70, which is something to note, I guess. It's a pretty good shotgun, but use the MP7. But I'm gonna put him in balance for now. Definitely worth using on some sites though. Okay, next one, Cav. Fuck, useless. I fucking hate Cav, dude. I don't know why this character is so bad. Here's the thing. I will say, Cav can be okay. She can be okay, right? In the best situations, I think she's weak. Okay, because yeah, the interrogation actually can be pretty strong, but dude, interrogations just don't happen really. In higher elo anyway, because everyone pushes as a team. So if second you down one guy, all of his teammates are going to be on him trying to help him. It's just not really worth it. But when interrogations that do pop off actually happen, she's like round changing. She's huge. But for the most part, she's terrible because, like I said, interrogations don't really happen all that often. And if you don't get an interrogation as Cav, you basically did nothing. So it's pretty fucking useless. I won't lie. Next is Castle. Strong. So Castle is like essential on some sites, I would say. But Castle's super hard. He's this really hard flex pick that people just don't know really how to play. And in some ranks, it's honestly just a complete disappointment to have a Castle on your team, because sometimes Castle just really fucks your team over. But when used right in certain comps, he's definitely, he's game changing. He's fucking great. Definitely worth picking up and learning correctly. Next is Clash. She's strong. Clash, again, in the right hands, in the right strategies, she can hold down a whole entire corridor, a whole entire site by herself. Really, it's super strong, and I won't even lie. Over time, her shock damage is actually kind of decent. It actually does do some pretty okay damage over time. It really softens up some of the attackers for like the final push later on. It's definitely useful. It's good. Um, uh, but yeah, she's good. It's just she's a little more situational than like Bandit, I guess. I mean, because you technically could kind of just run Bandit wherever the fuck you wanted, really, if I'm being honest. But with Clash, it's like it's site dependent, map dependent. Again, you can run Clash every round if you wanted to. It's just sometimes will be super useless. But like with Bandit, you can run him wherever the hell you want, and you'll at least get a little bit of use out of him, you know. But she really needs a team to help her out, do stuff like that. But yeah, with the right team, super strong. I definitely recommend using Clash a little bit in your strats and stuff. It's good. She's very powerful. Next is Doc. I feel like people say Doc is like, I'll put him in balanced. I honestly, I was thinking about putting him in weak, but the thing is with Doc, I feel like people overestimate how helpful he actually is. He's definitely helpful, but he's so fucking situational. It's like I don't know. Say you got a Jaeger in sight with you, and he's kind of just he's swinging, he's face checking, he's really just trying to kind of go for the kills. He gets a kill, he's one shot, comes to you, give him a Doc or two. Now he's pretty much back to full health. He can go swing another guy, and he kills him, and then he comes back to you and you use all 3 Docs on him, and now he's full health again, and he killed 2 people. He killed 2 people without taking a scratch, pretty much, which is pretty powerful. That's pretty crazy. And you know he can heal himself. Sometimes I like say like the last 15 seconds of the round, I'll boost myself up. That saves me a lot. Saves my teammates a lot when I do that. It's definitely helpful, but it's pretty situational. It's definitely like more situational than like Bandit. But yeah. Oh, by the way, I should have said in the actual columns themselves, they're not in any particular order. So like for example, you notice how on the column Castle is ahead of Aruni. That doesn't necessarily mean Castle is better than Aruni. That's just kind of the order that it happened. So keep that in mind. Next is Echo. He used to be super strong, but now I actually think he's balanced. Honestly, like if you asked me like a year ago or like a year and a half ago about Echo, I'd say OP. I mean, really, he was like a must pick for a lot of sites because no matter where you brought him, I mean, it was super useful. I mean, free information, free plant denial for pretty much doing nothing, and the plant denial was instant. And honestly, sometimes you can win rounds literally just by doing nothing. It is crazy. But now he's a little more balanced because of you can now see his drones. He still has just as much power with plant denial as before. But now you have to actually kind of think about where you're putting your drones, which is pretty cool. But actually, I kind of feel like he needs like a small buff, and then he might be in a perfect spot. Just letting Ubisoft know. Next is Ella. Okay, so this is actually kind of hard because, obviously I'm not a pro player. I'm talking about ranked right now, so I feel like in ranked she's strong. I mean, she's very strong in ranked. I mean, super strong. She can hold down whole corridors by herself. I mean, like, for example, holding red stairs on Canal with Ella's shotgun, that is pretty powerful. I mean, just certain choke points and places like that. She's super strong with. Because it's free kills for her, really. So yeah, in ranked, super strong. But if we're talking about like in pro league, like balanced or weak, I would say she's just not used a whole lot. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about ranked. Next, Frost. Ooh, that's hard, dude. I'm gonna say at the very top of weak, okay? I mean, like she's almost balanced, but she's like barely. She's almost weaseled her way out of the weak spot, but she isn't. She's in weak. She's not balanced. She's in weak. I think she's underpowered, not by a whole lot, but definitely a little bit. Maybe just a small buff, and she'll be okay. Next is Goyo, strong. Goyo. I mean, I remember when Goyo first came out, 3 deployable shields, which is crazy. Instant plant denial if you use it right. I mean, it's crazy. And when used right, it actually is very devastating in terms of damage. It's crazy. His guns are fucking nuts. I mean, the Vector is a great gun. If you learn to control the recoil and actually, get used to it, it's a very high skill gap guns. But once you get used to it, I mean, it slaps. It's instant headshots. It's fucking easy. Yeah, I mean, and a C4. I mean, you can use it. You can bring him anywhere you want. I mean, you can bring him every round, and I wouldn't think you're trolling or anything like that. He's super good. However, he's very hard to play. So if you want to pick up and play him, make sure you try and figure out what you're doing. Next is Jaeger. I mean, Jaeger is strong. He's always going to be strong. I mean, I don't have to tell you why. He's Jaeger. Whatever. I'm not even going to talk about it. Cade. Okay, because I put Bandit in balance, I'm putting Cade in strong. Because Cade is Bandit, but, better. Maybe not in terms of weapons. That's kind of like his only downside. Cade's weapons are not all that great. The shotgun is definitely the better out of the two, I think, but he does have that fully automatic option in terms of the AUG. It's not a very good gun, though. He has the Mag 7, I think is what it's called, his sidearm. That's one of the best pistols in the game. It slaps pretty hard for a pistol, and it has an ACOG on it, which is busted. Again, I remember when that shit first came out, I wanted to cry. I'm getting spawn peeked by a pistol, like, every round. It was kind of sad. But yeah, I'm going to leave him there. Again, he's Cade, I don't really have to explain why. So next is Kapkan. I think he's the same with Frost, man. I feel like he needs just like a small buff, and then he would be imbalanced. Like, I think he's barely in weak. I mean, his gun, his SMG is great. It's honestly just, it's not super good in like any capacity. It's just like the perfect gun in terms of like balance. It's good damage, good fire rate, good recoil. I mean, it's just, there's nothing really bad about it, but it's not OP, He has the PMM, which might be the best pistol in the game, no cap, and he has C4 and impact. So his loadout is good. His loadout is great, right? And the sausage. Sausage is actually pretty, that shit slaps, I won't lie. But here's the thing. The second one teammate on the attacking team runs into a Kapkan trap, everybody's going to be looking for Kapkan traps. The same thing with Frost and Kapkan is that it depends how stupid the people that you're facing are. If they, for some reason, see that there's a Kapkan on the enemy team or saw their teammate run into a Kapkan trap and still don't look for traps, then he's effective. He's highly effective. But, people are going to be constantly checking doorways the second they see a Kapkan, really. And it makes him just not as effective. So yeah, he can be good, but he's situational. He's situational. It does work though. You gotta use him in the right time. Legion. I'm putting him in strong. You can run Legion wherever the hell you want, and honestly, it's fine. The T5 is one of the best guns on defense. His pistol is actually not that bad. It actually does crazy damage for a pistol. It's like, what is it, like 60 something damage or 53 damage or something like that. It's 12 bullets, so pretty usual max size, but the damage on it's crazy. It fires pretty slow though, and he has impacts. And the Legion mines are they're pretty crazy. I mean, you can't plant the bomb while they're in your leg. You have to take it out eventually. You have to. I mean, you just have to. You can't just keep it in your leg forever. You have to take it out eventually, which is just the strength of it, If you're not paying attention for the Legion mines and you run into one, you have to take it out. You can't just leave it in there because you'll die eventually, And that gives Legion and his teammates just such good intel. It's like an intel gadget, a trap gadget. Dude, it's so much. It's so good. I mean, really, you can use it in so many instances. It's very versatile. But yeah, I'm not going to talk about him all that much. I mean, because, he's Legion. I don't have to tell you why Legion's good. Maestro, OP, I think. Because Maestro is just great gun, soft destruction, plant denial. Did I even mention his gun is an LMG with 80 bullets and fires dumb fast for some reason? It's kind of nuts. Shotgun pistol to make rotates, impacts to make rotates. I mean, he's just the whole package. You can run him wherever the hell you want. It doesn't matter. You can run him on every single site in the game if you want. There's no downside to picking Maestro, which is why he's in the OP. It's not like he's overpowered. Oh my god, he's so busted. It's just the fact that there's no downside to picking Maestro. There's not a single one you can tell me that is a downside about picking this operator. Next is Melusi. I don't know why this character exists. OP. She's busted. I mean, it's fucking stupid. She has Nitro Cell for some weird reason. She has 3 Banshees. Why does she have 3? Why the fuck does she have 3? She has the MP5, which is an all-around okay gun. It's not great. It's not terrible. You know, the only reason people liked the MP5 before was because it had ACOG on it. But I mean, it's such a dumb character. It pisses me off. I don't know why that character exists. You have 3 clashes on your team. You have 3 stationary clashes on your team. It's stupid. It's so dumb. And she has a C4. And a gun. And she has her pistol. It has a fucking sight on it. It's a very good pistol. Very clear sight picture. It's one of the best pistols in the game. Honestly, it's very good. Her whole loadout. And she has a Super 90, I guess, which I can mention. But why would you run that shit? You know, unless you're just kind of having fun. You know. But anyway. She's kind of a busted operator. I hate her existence. Next is Mira. Strong, Vector, great. Secondary shotgun, great for, I guess, close quarters as a secondary if you really need it. And the soft destruction with it is very good for making rotates. And Nitro Cell for, like, plant denial. She's very versatile. Very good operator. I guess the only thing about Mira is she's a little bit situational, I guess. You can't really run her on every site if you want. You can't really. But on certain sites, I mean, she's so goddamn powerful. Next is Mozzie. Mozzie's strong. The reason Mozzie's strong right now, or just in general, is because it's like a Mute and a Valkyrie in one operator. Because Mute denies info, Valkyrie gives info. Mozzie does both because he takes an attacker drone away from them and uses it to get info. It's a weird hybrid like character, but he's powerful. He's pretty powerful. I mean, okay guns. The Roni's okay. You have to hit your shots with it. It's a pretty high skill gap gun, but once you learn how to use it, I mean, you're just gonna be slamming dudes left and right. The Commando, I personally use the Commando. It's okay damage. 26 bullets, I think, so it's a little low on mag size. Sexy ass reload. I mean, yeah, okay fire rate too, and his pistol is kind of crazy. He does like 43 damage or something like that, and it has 17 bullets. That's nuts, actually. I won't even lie. So pretty good. Next is Mute. Mute is so strong right now. Oh my god, Mute is so good right now. I don't think I'd put him in OP though, but holy shit, dude, he's so good right now. I'm gonna put him at the very top of strong. He's so good right now. Mute is such a good operator. So SMG-11 it's good for kind of doing everything, right? Shotgun for rotate holes, shotguns for close quarters, C4 for like plant denial. And dude, oh my god, the jammers are so good right now. Obviously to drones, right? Obviously to deny intel, that's obvious. But the recent buff that he can mute claymores and like run out on people, oh my god, it's so good, dude. It's so good. He's such a good op right now. I would definitely recommend picking him up. He's fun too. He's fun too, man. My god. Hey, hold on, dude. Actually, I'm gonna do this. I'm changing the OP to must pick instead. Must pick. There. Okay. And then put mutant must pick. Okay. Okay. Jaeger must pick. Okay, I agree with that. That's fine. Next is Oryx balanced. Oryx highly underutilized operator in my opinion. But I get why people don't use him. You can really set whole strats around an Oryx if you wanted to. Oryx is very, very hard to roam clear. I mean, he's definitely like a top tier roamer in my opinion. Sometimes anyway. He's a little more situational than like your traditional roamer, like Jaeger or Ela, Legion, something like that. But when he works, dude, holy shit, he works wonders. Oh my god, that operator's so good. I feel like I hate that people don't use him. I hate that people think he's trash when he isn't. It pisses me off. But he's one of my favorite defenders to personally play. He's definitely my favorite roamer to play because I don't like roaming all that much. But when I do, I pick Oryx. He can make rotates. He goes super fast. It's very hard to track him down. I mean, I've been in situations where I get Dokkaebi called, Jackal tracked, Lion scanned, and I can still get away with ease. It's crazy. I mean, he can go from bottom floor to top floor in like less than 10 seconds. It's crazy. Hard to track him down. He's super mobile, super fast. Yeah. Underutilized. I recommend picking him up for those type of situations. Next, Pulse. Strong. Pulse used to be, fucking OP as hell, dude. I remember, jeez, Pulse used to be so good. Now, he's still good, but he's not as good as he used to be. He has the C4, which is good. He has the UMP's trash, dude. Holy fuck, that gun's so bad. The shotgun's okay. I mean, still use the UMP over the shotgun, but the shotgun definitely works. It's very good for shooting shit through the floor. C4 is good for shooting shit through the floor. He's good plant denial. Good. He's such a good info gatherer. It's crazy. Yeah, he's kind of hard to play though. He's very hard to play. So if you want to pick him up, then you gotta know what you're doing, right? Next, Rook. Weak. So Rook actually kind of has his moments. Actually, Rook armor saved me yesterday. Like I remember that shit because it almost never happens. But when it does happen, it's so clutch. It's so clutch. It's crazy. It's so goddamn clutch. But yeah, you can pick him sometimes if you kind of just want like a heavy roamer with a good gun. I mean, because that's kind of what Rook is. You just kind of put down your armor and then go roam. That's kind of what he is. He's pretty hard to kill though. I will admit. You have to kind of headshot him or you're gonna die. If you do like Rook and Doc, I love playing Rook and Doc on the same team. It's actually really good. I won't lie. It's pretty good actually. There are like a couple strats in my head that literally revolve around a Rook and a Doc. Like, okay, for example, say on Consulate, you play on the upstairs bomb site, right? Say you play, oh my god, sorry, it's really late. I mean, I haven't even slept yet. It's 7:34 in the morning. Not console, but the other bomb site upstairs, right? You know the double windows. If you're kind of playing a team that is pretty like frag grenade heavy, that really depends on that type of thing. You can have a armored Rook on one side of the window and an armored Doc on one side, and they can't frag kill you, dude, because so say that there's a Maverick on that window, they down Doc. I mean, it's Doc. He's just gonna revive himself, right? And when Mav jumps through the window, Rook can kill him, right? And then let's say the Maverick in the same situation frag grenades the Rook because he has Rook armor on. He gets downed. It doesn't kill him, right? And Doc can just revive him with his stim. And once again, if Maverick hops in the window to get the kill on the Rook, Doc can just kill him. Stuff like that. It's complicated, but it works sometimes. Not all the time. Don't use them all that much. Appreciate it. Smoke. Must pick. I mean, it's Smoke. It's good guns. Insanely good plant denial. Good. Pick him on, at least every site. He's fucking great. Next is what? Tachanka, right? I'm not missing any. Tachanka's underutilized in my opinion. I'm gonna put him at the very bottom of strong. Okay. Here's the thing though. Tachanka isn't really something that you just kind of pick. Just kind of for plant denial on a site. I mean, the reason Tachanka can be so fucking strong is when you run Tachanka and Smoke on the same site. For example, downstairs defense on Bank, right? Say you have a Smoke, Jaeger, Tachanka, Mira, and like a Maestro or something. Dude, oh my god, that's so fucking busted. Or Cade, if Cade isn't banned and they can't get hatches, dude, holy shit, that's so busted. They they can't get hatches, right? Because it's Caded. They can't plant because you have Smoke and Tachanka on the same fucking team. And by the way, Tachanka has almost a minute of plant denial, which is fucking crazy. However, it's pretty small. Tachanka's guns are not all that good. UB, please give Tachanka impact so I can use the SMG without people judging me. Thank you. But yeah, you kind of just it's site dependent, but you could run him wherever you wanted and get some use out of him if you wanted. But I'm putting him at the very bottom of strong. All right, next is Valkyrie. Valkyrie. I kind of want to put her in must pick if I'm being honest. No, put her at the very top of strong. Because I mean she's an intel operator. You need at least one intel operator, I would say, every fucking round, right? And Valkyrie has an okay gun. It fires pretty fast, does okay damage, and has no recoil. Headshot machine, really. Very good. You can run her on every single site if you wanted to. Nobody will care because she's a great op. Really, use her. She's hard to play though, so know what you're doing, right? Next is Vigil. Vigil's like a top tier roamer, like a must pick in terms of like roaming. Really, you can if you're gonna roam. Vigil, why not, right? But I think he's strong. Great guns, impacts, so he can get away. He's hard to track down, hard to roam clear because you never know where he actually is, which is his big strength. So yeah, that's good. Vigil's Vigil. I'm really gonna talk about him. Wamai, I'm gonna put him in must pick mainly because he's the same thing as Jaeger. You either need a Wamai or Jaeger every single round, guys. Every single one. You need at least a Wamai or a Jaeger every round. Keep it in mind, okay? If you don't have a Jaeger, pick Wamai. If you don't have a Wamai, pick Jaeger. Something, or get both, dude. Fuck it, get both. That's really powerful in some sites. He good guns, impacts. I don't have any complaints about him really. Warden. At the very bottom of strong. I'm gonna put him behind Tachanka. Like he's almost in the balance section, but he's strong in the right hands, I would say. And on certain sites, dude, it's impossible to do anything if they got a Warden. Really. Can't smoke plant. He can 1v1 glasses sometimes. I have 1v1 glasses sometimes. It's hard, but you can do it. Warden literally can destroy whole entire pushes by pressing one button. It's crazy. Good guns. C4. He's good. He's good. Pick him up if you're playing a team that is pretty smoke plant heavy. Okay, is that all of them? I think that's all of them. I think that's all of them. Okay. Let's look at the list. See if I want any changes. No, I'm putting him at the very top of balanced, actually. Is that really all of them? Huh, I guess it is. Cool. I will be doing attackers soon. This is my list. Let me know if you think I should have put a certain operator in a different tier, because I'm curious to know your opinions on this. This is a very controversial thing because people's main are not in the tier that they want them to be. Shut the fuck up. I don't care. You're wrong if you think Kapkan's in strong because he isn't. Shut up. Okay. I think that's it. So yeah, if you guys did enjoy, like, comment, sub. See you guys next time. Remember, friends, stay awesome.